according to Granny, they had to run off a plantation when she was about 6 or 7 or so years old, and had to leave Joe's instruments behind then, so nobody too much younger than her, which she was the oldest, which, shoot, that includes everybody. Nobody younger than her really remembers Joe playing any instruments, but she remembers seeing a banjo on the wall and hearing the sounds of it, and guitars and fiddles and things like that. I don't know how great a musician he was, but she knows he played them.
Well, you brought a banjo with you today. It's kind of a special banjo. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, this banjo I brought with me here, it's one I've been playing for a while. It's a 1848 model banjo, Stichter model banjo, they call it. They don't know how many of these, how popular these things got, but I like the way they're constructed. They tend to produce a bitey sound.
And it's nylon strings rather than steel strings, is that correct?
I don't play a banjo with steel strings.
Right.
All my banjos have gut or nylon string. Even the fretted banjo I played have gut or nylon strings. Just produce a better sound. I think it was only the Gibson Banjo Company that produced banjos that left the factory with steel strings. I think every other company had gut strings on their banjos until the post-war time.
To me, it sounds like with the nylon strings, you can play. Your sound can be mellower, but it also seems to allow for a lot more dynamics. Do you think that's true?
I think it's very true, especially on the modern banjo. You know, most Gibson-based banjos only have one color to paint with, and it's a mighty beautiful color, especially with bluegrass music. But I feel that the nylon strings give you so much more control of color that you can paint with the banjo that it ends up being a lot more expressive.
On the song that you play on the album, It's All Over Now, in the liner notes you say that you play this stroke style. Can you explain what that is or demonstrate that for us?
All right, the stroke style is what they called in books published at the time is I guess what they call clawhammer banjo now, or frailing or whatever. And I think most of those words can be traced back to none other than the great New Yorker Pete Seeger. Pete Seeger had a big influence on banjo culture, much bigger than he's given credit for, which I think includes finding those words and making them ubiquitous among banjo players. But the stroke style is you stroke the string with the tops of your fingers rather than picking it like that with each individual finger. You hit it with the top. And you can hear like the difference between picking and each one of those stroke notes have a little bit punchier sound. And you combine that with the way you play with your thumb, and you get a nice cross-cultural reference here.